So when following the instructions to make macaroni cheese, make sure, especially if it's the first time you've cooked at home, you wash your hands, make sure all the surfaces are clean in the kitchen, and maybe measure out all the ingredients you need first. So you may want to vary the amount of ingredients you have depending on the size of your family. The portion that we have on our method caters for around 2 to 3 people. Also, before you start, get out all the equipment that you need so that you can follow the recipe carefully. So today you're going to need an oven-proof dish, a medium pan, a saucepan, a cheese grater, wooden spoon, a tablespoon and a colander. As you can see, I'm not using macaroni pasta because I couldn't find it in the shops. So you always have to vary dishes depending on what you have in the cupboards or what you can get hold of. I'm also going to add this chili chicken to the macaroni cheese just to add more protein and to give it extra flavour. You may want to pre-grate your cheese before you start. On the recipe, you can see that I've got 2 different colours on the instructions. The black writing is for the saucepan and the purple writing is for the pasta pan. This is to help you know what to do and when. Put your pasta in the pan. Fill the pan 3/4 full with cold water and bring to the boil. You may want to add a drop of olive oil into the pan. This stops the pasta from sticking together, but it does need to be stirred occasionally with the wooden spoon. Once the pasta has come to the boil, just reduce the heat to a gentle simmer and allow the pasta to cook for about 10 minutes. It's always good to check the packet of the pasta to see how long your type of pasta cooks for, because it does vary depending on the shape of the pasta. As the pasta is cooking, we're now going to prepare the cheese sauce. We're going to melt the butter in a saucepan on a medium heat. As soon as the butter is liquid, this is when you add in the 2 heaped tablespoons of flour. Now the butter is a liquid, add your 2 heaped tablespoons of plain flour into the butter. This is called a roux. This is done on a medium heat. Once they are mixed together, you can add in the 300 millilitres of milk. But make sure you have a smooth roux before you add in your milk. Gently stir until the sauce thickens. Stir the pasta occasionally to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. If you have a balloon whisk handy, this is also good for stirring the sauce and making it smooth. As the sauce is thickening, you can start adding the cheese. I'm using a mild cheddar. If you use a stronger flavoured cheese, you can reduce the amount. I'm keeping some cheese for on top so that I can put it on top with some breadcrumbs to finish off the macaroni cheese. You can see that this is really starting to thicken now, and I'm looking for a smooth consistency. If your sauce is too thick, you can add more milk. If your sauce is too runny, you can add more plain flour, but you can't just add plain flour to the sauce because it won't blend in. If your sauce is too runny after about 5 minutes and you want to thicken it, you must blend the flour, maybe add another heaped tablespoon with a dash of milk, mix well, and then pour it in, because this will then mix well with the sauce that's already in the pan. This is called the blended method when making a sauce. If you run out of milk and you want to loosen the sauce, you can always use the pasta water. Once you're happy with the consistency of your sauce, you can take it off the heat for a while whilst you're waiting for the pasta. Other things you can add to make a cheese sauce taste really rich is a teaspoon of mustard. This also improves the colour and makes it yellower. That's especially good if you're using a really mild cheese. Adding a hint of nutmeg will also give it a rich and creamy taste. Before you drain the pasta, fish one of the pasta shells out or macaroni. Let it cool and taste it so that you know it's cooked. We don't want it to be crunchy and we don't want it to be hard. Once the pasta is ready, drain it into the colander in the sink, and then to make the hot pan safe, just flash it under cold water until you're ready to wash it up. This pasta can now go in the oven-proof dish. I'm also going to add in some pre-cooked chicken just for extra flavour. You can add anything or have it plain. Once it's mixed together, it's ready to eat. But if you want to add more, you can add a layer of breadcrumbs over the top and that extra grated cheese. We're going to pop this under the grill now just to finish the dish off and give it some nice colour. If you are grilling the top, make sure that the shelf of the grill is at the right level before you turn the grill on. Always remember to keep the door open on the grill so that the hot air can escape. It's not like an oven. And remember that this dish is going to heat up, so use oven gloves and prepare a safe place for it to go on when you pull it out. And here it is, macaroni cheese with a crusty golden top. We make this in year 9 to teach you how to make a basic cheese sauce. You could also add cheese sauce over broccoli, cauliflower and lots of other different vegetables as an alternative to pasta. If you have made yours, don't forget to take a picture of what it looks like once you've finished, the standard that you've left your kitchen in and some pictures along the way. Enjoy!